Testing microphone 1 2.
Testing microphone 1 2.
Testing microphone 1 2. Good evening, everybody. How's it going tonight? Biff back with you again. Let's see what the audio's doing. Okay, we'll fix that. A little bit of monitor in my headphones. I can hear it down there. Yeah, so how's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. Got a new setup, a bit of a new setup here where I was struggling yesterday and previously with trying to use my 1440 monitor, which is a really nice monitor, for gameplay with games that are pretty heavy in text. Like Football Manager, like I was streaming Fields of Fire, which is a card game. And because of that, I had the 96-page rule booklet up in Adobe. So there's text all over that, looking on the internet for stuff. And so I streamed, I think I streamed Upfront, which is another, semi text heavy card game. I streamed some of that in 1440 with the expectation that it would what's the word? Not degrade it, but it would well, let's see if OBS here can help me out. Yeah, with the idea that it would downscale it from 1440 to something that was more friendly for Twitch viewers, but it downscaled it to 720. Twitch downscaled it basically. So I think OBS was downscaling it to something a little higher, but when it got to Twitch, it was 720 and the text was all blurry. I mean, not super blurry. You could still make it out, but it was not crisp like it would have been if it was in 1080. So I tried again last night because I'm playing Football Manager. Football Manager is very text heavy. And I tried, I Googled, I wanted to play it on my 1440 monitor, but I wanted to downscale it to a resolution closer to 1080. And it just, everything was like thin, kind of like stretched out upwards. And so what I did today is, I had my 1440 monitor here, and then I had my 1080 monitor over here. Well, today I switched them around. So now I have my 1080 monitor and then my 1440 monitor over here. So my 1440 monitor works out. I may get another one. I may get another monitor, maybe not 1440, but something else. But it works out really good because now I have OBS taking up a quarter of the screen of the 1440 monitor. It's 3840 by 1440, 3440 by 1440, something like that. So I've got OBS taking up a quarter of the screen on that so I can monitor my OBS. I've got my Twitch chat taking up another quarter of the monitor. And then the two other quarters of the monitor are taken up with users in chat, my stream preview, my stream info, my stream health, and then below that I have my core temperatures. I've got my task manager with everything listed in there, all of my my hardware, CPU, GPU, all that stuff. And then I've got my resource monitor up in there too. So all of that fits, all of that I actually kind of had to lay on top of each other on the 1080 monitor, but all of that fits very nicely on my 1440 monitor. In fact, a good friend of mine who works for Costco, where I got this monitor, when I asked him about buying this monitor, what he thought about it, he builds his own computers, so he knows computers, he knows hardware, tech, all that stuff. He said that he bought that monitor to be his backup monitor, so it's a good monitor. That made me feel good when I had it in my basket at Costco because it was like $100 off. It was like $340 marked down to like $260, $270, something like that. When he told me that I had it in my basket, I messaged him about it, took a picture of it, messaged him, and he said, yeah, I use it as my backup monitor. I'm like, it's staying in the basket then. We're going up to the register. So yeah. Let me come over here. I think we're gonna look at some I want to look at Twitch. I am looking right now on I'm looking on Is There Any Deal? ITAD, ITAD. It is a Steam key. It's a compiler, basically. It compiles prices on games from different Steam key resellers, is what ITAD does. And I never buy a game unless I've checked the price on ITAD. I try to steer away from like AAA games that are like 50, 60 bucks. I try to steer away from even indie games that are like 30 bucks until I check the price on Is There Any Deal? And then I might just wait. Right now I've got how many games in my list? 43. I'm tracking 43 games. And it just sorts them by the price. It'll tell you where like I'm looking at Gear City right now, which is supposed to be a really, really good tycoon game. And right now I can see on Good Old Games at $12.99. It's normally 20 bucks. And I have not all, but I have a lot of the American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator stuff up here. Because I think I want to buy a wheel and pedals and stuff at some point. I did buy back here over my shoulder. I've got my joystick and my HOTAS for learning how to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think I bought it around Christmas for 30 bucks. But I haven't really gotten into that too much. Hopefully I will someday. But yeah, just looking here, I don't see anything right now. Well, I did see Gear City. Espiocracy I have on here. It's supposed to be a really good like spy game, like a real world Cold War spy game. Blueprints, 17% off. Yeah, so some of the retailers that are on here, the Steam key resellers are like Humble Store, Good Old Games, Well, Good Old Games isn't a key Steam key reseller. Fanatical, Win Game Store, Games Billet. Um, there's a couple dozen, I think. Games Planet US is one of them. Games Planet UK. Now, if you're going to buy from like Games Planet UK or Games Planet DE, like a foreign game like Games Planet UK, you want to check and make sure that the key will work in the US because sometimes they don't. I haven't had the unfortunate um, I haven't been unfortunate enough to buy one that doesn't work in the US because normally you buy a key, it's yours. They don't do refunds on keys. So, I mean, if you buy a key, usually from any of these game stores, or if you buy a key from um, these game stores, there's no like 2 hour rule where you can play it for 2 hours on Steam and then get a refund of the key. And you can't do that. And usually they'll tell you right on the front page. They'll say, no refunds, or when they're processing the order, no refunds. You ready to proceed? So, well, I don't see anything in here for or is there any deal? So um I do have Steam up here. Let's see if this is going to capture. It looks like it is. Okay. I need to put in here. So we're on Next Fest. Let's come down to my queue. I got a beverage here. Ginger ale. Canada Dry. Love Canada Dry ginger ale. Very refreshing. I'm not doing a commercial for Canada Dry. This is not a sponsored stream by Canada Dry. It's just delicious, in my opinion. Should try it out. It's got a very light ginger flavor. Okay, Heroes of Valor. This is War Soldier. Pick a class, gear up, and hit the front lines. It looks kind of cartoony. Whether you're storming beaches, piloting fighters, or holding the line with your squad, your orders are clear. Fight hard, fight smart, and never back down. Enlist now, become a hero of valor today. Hero of Valor, isn't that a board game? Excuse me. The spirit of Battlefield Heroes, but without its soul. Battlefield Heroes wasn't just a cartoon style shooter, it was a vibe, a feeling, and a treasure trove of great moments, great memories from battles fought with a smile. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that game is for me. Oxygen Not Included, the Prehistoric Planet Pack. I have played Oxygen Not Included, or Oni. I have played it. I've gotten to a certain point in saves, and then I'm just kind of like, oh man, what do I do now? You know, I've gotten like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 hours in, and I'm like, what do I do now? I mean, where do I go? I've got like, you know, my habitat's built out, but then you got to dig into areas that are like poisonous. So before you can do that, you've got to create like helmets and stuff that they can wear, and like and you have environmental suits, that kind of thing. I just never got past it. It's a fun game though. It's very fun. My daughter likes watching it. Lost Rift. Lost Rift is a first-person survival shooter adventure that blends with base building PvE co-op with high-stakes PvPvE extraction gameplay set on a mysterious archipelago that can be explored solo or in teams of up to 5 players. That's one whole sentence right there. That is a long sentence. Those are hyenas, look like. It's an alpha build. Oh, these are graphics from the alpha build. Coming soon to early access. Download the demo. No, I don't think so. I'm not a first-person shooter kind of. It's survival, PvP. Yeah, see, this is not my jam. Black Gold. During the early 20th century oil boom. In this game, you hire people, build your own oil field. You only get one oil field. Extract crude oil, fight obstacles and crises, what eventually will bring you fortune you've never dreamed of. Okay, fight. In this game, you will hire people, build your own oil field, extract crude oil, fight obstacles and crises that eventually will bring you fortune you've never dreamed of. So that's a typo. You know, people, game developers, I will play your games and I will go through like your manuals and stuff, and I will tell you when you've got typos like this. Because not having typos just makes you look smarter. You have typos, it just kind of makes you look not as smart as you should. I'm a game developer, but I can't spell, or I don't do spell checks. I don't know how to use the spell checker. But give me a copy of the game. I'll play the game, and if I find anything when I'm playing the game like this, I can't guarantee I'm going to finish it. But if I find stuff like this, I will certainly let you know for the price of however much this game is going to be. I am going to add to my library. We could always download it. Yeah, it sounds interesting. 7 gigabytes. Okay, I guess. Ertugrul of Ukraine. Medieval warrior in this action-adventure game, discover traditional myths and fight for your tribe. Mount your horse, sharpen your weapons, and explore an ancient semi-open world. Mount your horse. Is that like that's the extent of the gameplay with sharpen your weapons, explore? Yeah, I don't think so on that one. Canade, a visual novel of become lovers. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that one. Ironroot, Siege and Soil. Immerse yourself in a harsh, post-apocalyptic world where every decision can cost you victory. Command squads of infantry, armored vehicles, aircraft, intense battles where tactics and speed decide everything. Really, in a post-apocalyptic world, you're going to have infantry, armored vehicles, and aircraft? Really? Wouldn't most of that have been destroyed? That's the whole point of having a post-apocalyptic world? I lost the immersion right there. Bank Simulator Prologue. Bank Simulator is a single-player game where you revive a bankrupt bank. Well, you print your own money, is that how? With active and passive idle gameplay, make strategic decisions to grow your bank, satisfy customers, and tackle financial crises. Garenberg Penitence, The Rifle Bird, no. Blitz Arena, no. Obgoose, no. Poco, no. I'm done, yes. Okay. Oh, one other thing I wanted to do is because it's Thursday, right? What is Thursday? Thursday is Epic Games. Now, hopefully it doesn't tell me to sign in. How good it didn't. It just came up. Let's scroll down. Roadcraft is $40. I played the demo for this. I don't know. It was okay. I don't think it was great. Not worth $40, at least to me. Karamazoo, Wanderstop. 2-Point Hospital. Thank you very much. I think I'm going to install that. Get a free game that I'm going to play at some point. from Epic Games. Continue browsing. Let's go up here. We're going to do recently purchased. We're going to do A to Z. Oh, I'm looking up football. That's why. Recently purchased 2-Point Hospital. What's the install size on this? 9.15. Oh, download size 4.2. 9.15. So that'll bring me down to about what? 180 maybe? 17? No, 160. Probably not going to play this. Probably going to uninstall that. Probably going to uninstall that, uninstall that. I did play some of this. I don't know if I got any of these up onto YouTube or not. I will download this, I think, or I will get this. Blood, drug references. Yeah, I'm not going to get that. Yeah, I'm not into that. There's enough of this stuff in the real world, you know. I am not into it. Don't miss out on the announcements for whatever the announcements are. Let's see. What's the size of my drive now? Set up OneDrive? No. Properties. I got 171 left. I thought I clicked on to install this. I thought I clicked on install. I did. Let's install this. Got some snacks tonight. Pretzels, Fritos. The bottom of the bag of Fritos. My daughter likes them. So she has a few sometimes with a sandwich or something. Almost done. I do need updates on Steam. Planet Crafter needs an update. Captain of Industry needs an update. Derail Valley. No Man's Sky has a 16 gigabyte update. Timberborn has an update. It's only 789K. Is it done? Sure, I'll put that on favorite. You can close that. All right, let's update the small ones first. Timberborn has a little teeny tiny update. Workers and Resources has a little teeny tiny update. Traveler's Rest has a little teeny tiny update. Space Drilling Station Demo. Oni has an update. Oxygen not included. Windward Horizon demo. I haven't played yet. Foundry. Rather large update for Foundry. Must be like bug fixes and stuff because they just released a pretty major update to the game. Derail Valley has 22 megabytes of update. Planet Crafter has 67 megabytes of update. Captain of the Industry has a 369.9 megabyte update. And I think with that, I'm going to wait on doing the 16.1 gigabyte No Man's Sky update. Okay. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at some of the demos in the Next Fest. So we can bring that out. I think top right is good for this. That's good. Discover Next Fest. Sword and Shield Simulator to be announced. There is a demo. I don't think so. I think I have the demo for this in my see, what I don't like about this is that you have to install it from here. I just want to add it to my library. Actually on my wish list, huh? U-Boat, the board game. That looks like it might be worth installing. Only 1.43 gigabytes. Sure. Super Loco World. Play the demo now. Interesting. Town to city. Let's go to library. U-Boot. The board game digital edition. I've never heard of the board game. Add to AAA demos. AAA by I put AAA in front of this just to get it to the top of my list, so I don't have to. So I don't have to. I put it at the top of my list so I don't have to like scroll all the way down to try to find it. Football 26 career mode. This isn't 162 gigabytes. Let's do a football career mode. Is that what it was? So let's add this. Oh, you only have the option to download it. I just want to put it in my library. Eh. I'm playing FM24, so I guess I don't need it. Let's see, Dark Quest. Kind of looks like what? Kind of looks like Hero Quest. That looks interesting. I think I'm going to put that in. Remote military air base during World War II. Build your own airfield. Manage iconic aircraft and oversee your crew's well-being. Okay, what was that? Something quest? Dark Quest demo. Add 2 demos to play. Yeah, so why won't it let you just I'll put it in my wish list. I'll put this one in my wish list. Did I just install this? I might have installed it. Mr. President. Era 1. Era 1 is an innovative space game that combines elements of real-time strategy, base building, space survival, and tactical battles. Players can create and customize their bases from scratch. Construct various things. Coming out in July. I'll put that on my wish list. After the revival. Can you rebuild civilization after a zombie apocalypse? From the creator of Plague, Inc. comes a unique blend of strategic simulation, survival city builder, and mini 4X. Build settlements, harvest resources. Border base, set in a gritty fictional 1960s universe. It's a colony sim and base building hybrid where you rebuild a war-ravaged region, fortify your defenses, and control key trade routes that every convoy depends on. So obviously, you rebuild a war-ravaged region, you fortify your defenses because war's coming back. At some point, war is coming back. I don't think I'm going to do that one. Insider trading is a roguelike deck builder about trading stocks. Immerse yourself in the rhythmic flow of charts and break the market with synergizing perks and cards. Perks and cards. Yeah, I'll take a look at that one. Pixel Starships. Sure, I'll look at that one. Let them trade. Build a network of cities that produce and trade resources. Upgrade your castle. Protect the cities from cheeky bandits. All will fall. Survival city builder. Physics-based. Every structure can collapse. Dawn Apart is a space colony and factory sim with fully destructible environments. Mine, automate, defend your settlers, or lead a rebellion against the very corporation pulling your strings. Echoes of the Architects is a fast-paced real-time strategy game. Got this one. Every day we fight. Caught in a time loop, your band of resistance fighters is humanity's last hope. Real-time exploration meets turn-based tactics and roguelike strategy as you learn new abilities and seek out new weapons. And that's coming out in July. That could be interesting. Anvil Empires. Anvil is a massively multiplayer game where you build military incremental complex. Make weapons, make money. Generation Exile. You are aboard humanity's first and final generation ship. A last chance expedition now teetering on the rim of collapse. One step at a time, you must rebuild society in the ship's fragile ecosystems. Super local world. Town to city. Build an idyllic 19th century Mediterranean town and help it flourish into a prosperous city. Freely place and customize each element to create the perfect home for your growing population in this cozy city builder. Lots of pixels. Very pixel. Legion, build the ultimate vehicle, battle vehicle. Starbirds, actually asteroid-based. Pompeii the Legacy, rebuild the city of Pompeii, climb the social ladder. Roman society is full of intrigues that you have to solve in order to become a powerful ruler. Didn't Pompeii didn't make it, did it? Xenopurge is a tactical auto battler where you are a commander tasked with purging the Xenos threat. Operate from a remote command center, issued indirect orders via multi-screen interfaces, plan routes. Cosmic Miners. Explore asteroid fields, trade rare resources, upgrade your ship in Cosmic Miners. Navigate faction alliances, complete missions, and rise through the ranks in a dynamic space adventure where you... I don't know. I like space. I like space stuff. Little Rocket Lab. Transform your Formula Legends. From the golden age to the modern era. Race through time in Formula Legends. Sure. Market Garden. Market Garden lets you relive the golden era of World War II shooters. What's that? Bringing classic old school FPS action back to its roots. Experience the epic airborne Operation Market Garden in a game. I'm not a first person shooter. I mean, I like World War II stuff, but I'm just not a first person shooter. Periapsis Eclipse. Conquer the settled galaxy in Periapsis Eclipse. A unique roguelike where gravity, heat, and the physics space are the keys to conquest. Master orbital mechanics, real world inspired weapons, and nuclear rocket something. That looks interesting. Silk Roads, Paths of Fortune. Hire companions, master trade routes, and navigate a shifting landscape of war, weather, and wealth in Silk Roads. Paths of Fortune. A colorful, doesn't look very colorful, honestly. There's not a lot of color there. Military Logistics Simulator. Drive real military vehicles. Deliver real critical cargo and master real first-person logistics solo or with real friends. Rescue survivors, provide infrastructure, and rebuild a war-torn region. Yeah, it could be interesting. Jump Ship. First-person shooter. Nope. Crusader Definitive Edition Gold. Definitive Edition. Definitive Game of the Year Gold Edition. I'm not a real-time tactics or strategy either. I just can't click and do all this stuff. Noble Legacy is a medieval city building game from a third-person perspective with the depths of city building simulation games and the immersiveness of third-person RPGs. Noble Legacy will deliver on the power of something. Noble Legacy, huh? Yeah, sure. Critias Empire, turn-based 4X-like strategy, build the peaceful kingdom of Atlantis into a flourishing civilization. Plan carefully or be ready to adapt as the ancient gods of Olympus. Nope. Billionaire in the oil boom. General Command. Napoleonic War Game. Create custom battles and lead your army against. No. I mean, graphics do count for something, right? In this day and age. I mean, I guess I could look at it. Mars Attracts. Park management sim set in the iconic universe of Mars Attacks. It's park management. Command Deck. Sci-fi roguelike deck builder where you explore the galaxy. That could be interesting. Craftlings. Global Magnets. Shipping Tycoon. That could be interesting. Country Balls. Fleet Breakers. Explorers of Esmar. Welcome to Explorers of Esmar. Build your settlement, master complex production chains, claim the riches to explore and conquer the new island, the continent of Esmar. Terrors of War. Step on a chaotic alternate history, World War II epic, command vast armies, master experimental tech, dominate with cunning tactics and things. Dispatch. I saw somebody streaming this too. Dispatch is a superhero workplace comedy where choices matter. Manage a dysfunctional team of misfit heroes and strategize who to send to emergencies around the city, all while balancing office. Now that sounds interesting. Kingdom Ascension. Step into the side of in the role of a lord, starting from scratch to build your kingdom. Gather resources, construct buildings, recruit troops, explore, and embark. That's a lot of troops. And just because it shows like combat right up front, nope. Apocalypse Express, nope. Buggos, okay. We're done with that. Yay, we're done. We're coming back to the library. We're going to start up a little game called Football Manager. Okay, so what do? We looked at Epic. I got the two games that were, no, I got the one game. I didn't get the other game. I got the 2 Point Hospital. Looked at Is There Any Deal? Looked at Steam. Downloaded the updates to a bunch of games. Looked at Steam, Discovery Queue, and Next Fest, and added a bunch of games to my wish list, which I might play. I might install the demo and play them at some point. So right now, I have I've got my new system set up here. I got my new system set up. Let's see if there it goes. Okay. So this should be coming through at 1080. I think I want to enlarge this. Yep, it's 1080. Looks like that on my Twitch stream preview. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. And I've actually got it. It's on a 1080 monitor. Well, it's actually it's a 1200 monitor, but I've got it in 1080. And it actually is like a 1080 game. It's not like in a little box like it is on the 1440 monitor, which is over here. It's not, it looks like it's, a 1080 game. Okay, we're going to go back to Torquay. As everybody knows, under my profile, under my camera up here is just the continue button, the date. This is where you do some options. This is where you do the world. This is where you do the something. So I have it up in my camera up in the right-hand corner here because it's kind of the most unobtrusive spot. So I'm trying to remember. Let's see. We did win our first game against Dover. Dover is supposed to be. They are previewed as coming in last. We started the season with a 10-point deduction because we had entered into receivership, or what's the word? Administration. In the previous year, and actually it was real. It was happened in real life. So this is mimicking real life. Torquay went into administration. They got a 10-point deduction. So if we come back here, we can see that we are actually in last place, even though we beat Dover. We got 3 points, but we're at -7 because we started the season with -10. So even though that is the case, our players are happy. They're happy. Last 5 games were 4-1. And so, yeah, I mean, they're happy. Anybody injured in the last game? Now, I believe our next game is against Worthing, which is in a week. So we've got a week to get these guys down to like a low injury risk. We have no money. We've got $210,000 in the bank. We've got $150,000 profit this season, but we have no transfer budget. We're over payroll. I'm trying to get somebody to where's my transfers thing? They told me I've got to hire somebody. I got to hire some people for the under 18s. I've actually thought about just taking over the under 18s. I put advertisements out. I'm not getting any responses. I might just have to take them over because I want them to train. Right now, my assistant is doing it, but I want them to train the way I want them to train. So right now we have for the next game, we're going to do best 11. Good. These are my best 11. I don't think Stobbs is my best 11, though. I think it's Dylan De Silva. He's 2.5 stars. Stobbs is, okay, 3. But Stobbs has better there we go. Ball to ball midfielder. Now that is a different I can do a screenshot of this. Let's print screen. What I'm looking for is these green lines right here. Shows that there's an affinity between these players, all 3 midfielders, because they've played together for a couple of seasons, I believe, and they just know each other's play. But I know there's also a way to get these guys set up this way. Well, let's see if it's ball to ball midfielder. Or box to box midfielder, I'm sorry. But I don't want him to be a box to box midfielder. I'd rather him be a attacking advanced playmaker attack. So that's for that. So let's do a screenshot of that. Print screen that. And then this one. Put you as an advanced playmaker. But then we want him just to be a defender. And that should line them up that way, okay? So depending on the system that we're in, we're always in a 4-4-3 defensive midfielder wide, but this is custom wing play. This is our main attacking formation. This is gegenpress. This is a certain style, more ball control. And then this one is counterattack, fluid counterattack. This is what we play most of our games in. Um, I think I took him off? Yeah, I took Dylan off at halftime last week. There was something I was going to do. I was going to look at the let's praise McGovern's performance. Last time in one of my other saves as Torquay, I put my arm around him. He was okay with that. Friendly personal. So you can put your arm around, friendly personal greeting, almost an embrace, pat him on the shoulder, an informal greeting, and a handshake. So let's do a personal greeting. Put your arms around McGovern. His body language remained unchanged. You were superb in front of goal last time out. Keep it up. He's very happy. He displayed positive body language throughout the conversation. So when I put my arm around him initially, he was kind of, looks like he was a little bit standoffish, but then his body language changed. The apparent positive body language at the end of the conversation seems to have been reflected in his overall morale. So his rating he scored 2 free kicks from 27 yards out, both of them, almost from the same spot. He's very happy. Um, excuse me. Whew. Where's my game? Oh, my match analysis. Yeah, I'm gonna look at oh, for McGavin. That's my match analysis for McGavin. Okay, but I want to look at the match analysis for I wanted to look at the match analysis for the whole game. It was today, right? Yeah. So where is my email? He's really good. He trains really well. He's just really good. Where is my data hub? You got any stuff for me? After 3 league matches. Well, I know I got a report though. I saw it. Match report, yeah. So the heat maps. So what this heat map does over here is it shows you the average position of your players during the game. So over here you have, you've got your formation, your tactical formation. You got 3 forwards, 3 midfielders, 4 at the back, and the goalkeeper. So over here it shows you. No, I don't want to view highlights. I just want to look at the match report. Over here it shows you the average position of your players. So here's our 2 at the back. We had, I think this is Martin. It doesn't have a number assigned to him. I think you can do that. Does it tell you what number he is? You can find that in the, but it'd be nice if you moused over it here, it would tell you, or just click on it. Oh, it shows you over here. I think he's number 3. Do 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 do. I think it shows you. There was somewhere where it showed the where it shows you their number, their jersey number. So I wonder if I can insert that here. And I don't worry about that. So let's just look at the match report. So yeah, this is the average position of your players. And then this is the average position of their players. So this is probably their striker. No, that's their goalkeeper. So there's really wasn't a ton of room on either side. What I was trying to do is defensively was funnel them to the outside. I don't want them like running straight on to the goal. I want them being funneled out to the outside where we can try to regain possession of the ball. Now we were able to get into the middle, to the middle areas of the pitch. We had 2 of our players, their average time spent was in the center circle. None of their players were in the center circle. And we spent more time, I think we had more players. Most of their time, it looks like, was defending behind the halfway line. They had 2 of their players that were above the halfway line, the average amount of time. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. So this is just it. This is just the whole thing, right? Oh, analytic data. Yeah, it shows here average positions. And our shots on goal, our XG was 0.78. That's because the quality of the shots that we took. He wasn't expected to. You can see the XG on this one was 0.02. That means that was the chance to score a goal on that shot. And you can see up here, this one is a 0.13 because it's closer. It's more directly in front of the goal. This looks like it was a goal. Lewis Collins was right on the corner of the goal when he scored that. That was only a 0.12 though. But you see both of these were 0.02s, almost on top of each other. Free kicks, and McGavin hit him in. So you see action areas here. And we pretty much dominated the game. Shots on target. Higher XG. It was 50-50 possession. Something I wanted to look at. That's probably just I have to remember what it was. Torquay announces season ticket sales. 1,000 season tickets. Training schedule for the coming weeks. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I still need to find out if I can I need to see if anybody will take. Is he on the team still? I think they would have told me. What was his name? Kevin something. Kevin Dawson. There he is. He's been listed for a loan. We're trying to offload his $1,000 a week salary because I need to get not a replacement, but a backup. I need a backup left back because my current backup, this is my starter. This is Dean. He is actually my starting left center back. So I only have one left back. And I need to find another player to get in there. Now, I do have one on the under 18s. This is the training that's been planned for the next 2 weeks. You've previously made some changes to my recommended schedule. Compared to my recommendation, I should highlight the fact that your chosen training schedule is taking a bigger toll on the player's condition. I don't think so. Every 2 weeks, I have a bonding session. It slightly reduces their condition, but it also slightly reduces their fatigue. It greatly increases their happiness, it increases their team cohesion and their teamwork. I also, at the end of the day after every game, I have a match review, which has no downside. It increases tactical familiarity and team cohesion. So the only other thing I've done is I've added a couple of attacking, let me see. Let's go to the training calendar. I've added a couple of attacking, I want to replace this attacking wings with an attacking patient. So attacking wings is dedicated to effective wing play, split into positional units. But in here, finishing kind of takes a backseat to anticipation, crossing, dribbling. I want my players to work on finishing. Attacking direct, it does finishing too. But attacking patient, finishing is the first priority. Then first touch, then passing, technique, composure, decisions, flair off the ball. I think I want to change that to finishing, or to a patient. And then down here, I'll probably change this one to patient also, even though right here, I'm probably going to put in injury risk slightly increased, slightly reduced. Slightly increased, slightly reduced. Ball retention, slightly so it only reduces, condition is only reduced. This one, only slightly reduced. This one, chance conversion. Converting chances in goals. Oh, this one also does finishing. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just leave it for that, like that now. But what I'm trying to do, yeah, is I'm trying to, I think Kevin is, I know you don't want to move to another club, dude, but so I listed him at 6,000, and I'm going to list him at 5,000. I know, guy, but I need your, whoever signed you should not have signed you to that much money. I'm also going to look at too is maybe getting rid of some of these young players. I was told today that these numbers here means that once they reach 5 gray stars, they will achieve a half of a star over here. That's what the gray stars are. It's a good rating for the youth team, but not for the first team. But on the other hand, we're not paying them a lot of money. We're only paying them $60 a week. 60 a week. All these guys are only getting 60 a week because they're on the youth team. So it really, I'd have to get rid of the whole under 18s team to get the amount of payroll that I needed to get a left back. Now, this guy is probably going to be, I'm probably going to put him out there too. He's 30 years old. Cammy Moore, he's currently 2-star rating, max 2-star rating. Cammy Moore is a 1.5-star rating, but potential to be like 4.5 stars. So what's his contract like? 525 per week. That would probably pay for a I know, I know. We could put him up at 4K. I'd have to, I think I'd have to pay. How about if we just send him out on a loan? See if we can get somebody to pay all of his salary. I wanted to pay 100%. Wherever you want to play him. Let's offer him that way. Who's this guy? He is 16, young attacking midfielder. Got a lot of potential. Maybe send him out for a loan. Oh, really? Violation of the loan rules, huh? Okay. Well, I guess I don't know what the loan rules are. Declan Rice. He made his Arsenal debut. Premier League. Oh, he made his Arsenal debut, but was there a score? Was there a game? Declan Rice made his highly anticipated debut in Arsenal's 2-1 English Community Shield defeat against Man City. I forget a rousing ovation by the supporters. There was a tangible excitement around the club as they got to see their new man in action for the first time. Rice is a new arrival at Emirates and has already expressed his determination to do well for the club and impress head coach Mikel Arteta. Weekly staff meeting. Oh, I try to hire coaches, huh? I would highly recommend that you automatically make any unfit first team players available to play for the under 18s as a matter of routine. This would then be organized by the coaching staff on a match by match basis. But how can they play if they're unfit? David Barnes has tremendous potential. We should tie him down to a professional contract. Give me the money and I'll do it. Brett McGavin's improved ability and impact on the pitch has seen him become an influential player off it too. Excellent development. Cammy Moore's development is good. Okay. You know, I think I'm just going to go in here and do this. Recruit staff for under 18s. I'll let somebody else do it. Hiring and firing loan manager, medical staff. Let's see. If the courses don't cost me anything, but then see, the problem is if somebody goes out on taking a course, then they're not there to coach the team. That's part of the problem with that. We'll just leave it at that for now. Scouting update. David Weeder, 36-year-old center back. Now, see, when I'm looking for somebody, I tell them to look for somebody that's under 30 years old. I don't need a center. I need a left back. Can he play left? No, he's central defender. I've got central defenders. I need a left back. And I've told them that too. We're consulting our own staff for initial recommendations. They've got no progress on anything. All right. The Torquay player named in Vanarama National League South Team of the Week. That'll be Brett McGavin. 2 free kicks from 27 yards out. Oh, Tammy Abrahams. No, this isn't Tammy Abraham. This is Tristan Abrahams. If he's any relation. Players removed from short list. Yeah, why? Because they signed. They signed for another team. That's why. He's a left back. Why did you remove him from the short list? No scouts available. Put him back on the short list then. All right, let's put him on the short list. Where can I do that? Reports, scout report. Scouting in progress. Good. He's signed with somebody else. He contracted with Stourbridge. He is a left. I mean, all the guys that I was looking at contracted to Hendon. I can't sign anybody. I don't have the money. This guy's a left back. He might be pretty good left back. He can also play central defender. I've only got 3 scouts. So I got head scout and 2 other scouts. This guy's also a left back. I don't got no money. Don't not got no scouts. The board is holding on to things very tightly. Excuse me. Okay, training report. I have compiled a training report on Aaron Scott for your perusal. I bet you he's like a right back or something. Yep. I don't need another midfielder. Don't need him. Look at my midfield. I've got 9 midfielders. I need a left back. This does not do me any good. Did you say he could work? Did you say he could play? He can't play back here at all, so he doesn't do me any good. So quit sending me this information on stuff that I don't need. Match preparation Worthing. Transition phase. Our forwards have the pace to cause Worthing's defensive line real problems. We should focus on our transition play to try and exploit the advantage. Okay, in possession. We're going to attack wide because we're really fast. We're going to run at the defense. In transition, we're going to counter press. When we lose the ball, we're going to counter press and try to get it back right away. And then when we have the ball, we're going to counter. Distribute quickly, throw it long. When out of possession, we're going to trap outside. I keep an eye on this too when these guys are working well together. Okay, also, let's look at our medical. Injury susceptibility. Unfit due to recent injury, recurring pulled hamstring, Dylan De Silva. Over here, though, it says that he is excellent. It says increased injury risk. Injury susceptibility is very high. What's the difference? Injury risk, injury susceptibility. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to start him because he can play anywhere in the middle. Jack can play on either side. He can play in a lot of different positions. We need a left back in case what's his name gets hurt. He's a striker. Can Collins play as a striker? He can. Okay, so we are going to take Barnes out. We're going to put Jules Zola up here to be our left back when Martin has to come out. He plays a wing back. And can he play wing back attack? Defend, 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 defend. He's not been trained that way. We do wing back attack. 1 star. Wing back defend. 1 star. Yeah, he's just 1 star. So I mean, he's our only option right now. He is our only option. Jay Brooks can play on the left. He's a 1 star. Joel Zola has much higher potential. So we're going to put him in for Barnes. Oh, Jay Brooks is injured. I didn't see this. I'm glad I didn't put him in. I probably would have noticed it when I dragged him up here, though. Okay, let's see. So we got that set. Hemel Hempstead. All these guys making these offers. We got no money. Team selection device, Worthing. Yeah, thanks for your advice. Worthing was predicted to come in second. So I guess Minnows just means that's their nickname, maybe? The Worthing Minnows? The Rebels. Oh, we don't have a picture of their stadium. Last year they came in fourth. First. or no, fourth division, South English Isthmian League Premier Division came in first. This is Southeast. Worthing is moving up. They're moving. They moved down and they're moving back up the pyramid. Recently relegated, Torquay's home advantage gives them the edge in what should be a close encounter. The Athletic. We are playing at home. Plainmore. Here's Plainmore. I'm trying to figure out how you determine if you're playing at home or not. I guess the home team's always on the left. So our last home game, we won 5-1. Worthing, they won 3-1 at home, 2-0 at home, 2-0. Brooks completes Turo. I've snapped up young winger at a free transfer. Well, good for you. How much are you paying him? Not available. Well, they're paying him something. In my finances, I am over budget on my payroll. So I'm trying to get rid of some players so I can get some budget. Okay, training week in review. Torquay United. Who trained good? McGavin. Brad Ash. My goalkeeper that I just signed like a $500 a week contract because he is half a star. He's a half a star less than our current second string goalkeeper, and he's got the potential to be better than our starting goalkeeper. Well, look at this. This is really good because Lapsley and McGavin are part of that. They're part of that midfield three with Hall, and then Martin is the attacking winger over here. This is a very low level of training for the early stages of the season. Well, the thing is, then why does Aaron Downs, the assistant coach, keep telling me that I'm adding too much conditioning? Oops, sorry. I'm adding too much conditioning on the players if this is a fairly low level of training. I mean, you wrote the majority of the schedule, Aaron. The top clash of Saturday's Vanarama South matches sees Hampton and Richmond take on Chelmsford at Beverly Stadium. Elsewhere, recently relegated Yeovil plays Minnows St. Albans at Hewish Park, one of the round's more intriguing clashes. Where's St. Albans? Yeovil, St. Albans. So two top 10 teams. Hampton and Chelmsford. I have cousins that lived in Chelmsford. Hampton and Chelmsford versus who? Oh, there's Chelmsford there versus Hampton and Richmond, right? Yeah. So the 9th team versus the 13th team. I don't know if they're still there. I haven't talked to them in quite a few years. Cousins that lived in Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Okay, a quick report on the late fitness test regarding conditioning of 3 Torquay players ahead of the match against Worthing. Lewis Collins, capable of playing in the forthcoming fixture with minimal risk of complications. Jarvis, capable of playing, recommendations to limit maximum of 75 minutes of action. Okay. Well, we do want to get him some action, though, because we're trying to get him up match sharpness up. All right, of course, Aaron he wants to make 6 changes to the team that I picked. No. He's not even in the team. Why? Because I need a left back. What are you talking about with this? No, I don't want him. I want Brett McGavin. I want Tom Lapsley in there in my midfield, and I want Asa Hall because those are the guys that are going to win us games. I recommend that for our upcoming match against Worthing, we should play a cautious mentality. This approach would allow us to best cope with our opponents potentially having more of the ball while still providing us with options on the break to try to create chances of our own. So they gave me the same advice in the last game, and possession was 50-50. Our opponents potentially having more of the ball. Well, distribute to center backs. Okay, I'll do that. They want 5 to 6 defend duties. No, I'm not using a cautious mentality. I'll sort it. I'm not using a cautious mentality. Wing play approach. If we want to return to the original style, I suggest we make the following changes. Distribute the flanks mid-block. Okay. Let's do that then. Mid-block. What is it? Distribute the flanks. Prevent short. No, I'm going to do this. Transition. Distribute the flanks. Okay. See, Halstead. Kicking is 12. Passing is 8. Throwing is 9. So let's go with kicking. We'll do short kicks. And we'll see if he likes that. Okay. Team selection. Yep. I know he can only play 75 minutes. That's why I have Stobbs in here. Stobbs can play on either the right or the left side. He can play many positions. He's very versatile. That's why I have him in here. Austin Booth. I have him in here to play probably for Marshall when Marshall gets tired. I have Jewel Zola in here to play left back when Martin gets tired. We have Ollie Tomlinson to play in the center. He can also play center back or right back if Kratz gets tired. And we have Reese Lovett as our backup. You can see this guy, he's 2 stars. Reese Lovett is 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars, he's reached his full potential. Mark Halstead is 3 stars, he's reached his full potential. This guy is 2 stars, he's got 3-star potential, so basically as high right now as our starting goalkeeper. So the difference is that this guy is Philip is 22 and Mark Halstead is 32. So 10 years. Big difference. Submit the team. Yes. These guys are satisfied. Okay, Ross Marshall's roused. He's a rebel rouser because we're playing the Rebels. And Lewis Collins is very happy. We're gonna run at our opponents. That's what we want to do is we're gonna run at them. Now I have a question. Now last time when I clicked on the assistant recommends, which is what a couple streamers that I watch have done. That's what they do. They just do it. They just say whatever the assistant recommends. The last time I did that, they pretty much all stayed composed. They didn't get fired up, but one of them went like kind of rogue, kind of like he had a bad reaction to it. So let's see what happens here. Appeared inspired. Some stayed composed. Motivated. Okay. Match preview. Torquay. Recent form. We won the first game. Now, see, I don't know why. Match stats. I guess I just have to click on the. I just have to click on this to get match stats. Customize. So we want to make sure that we're doing TV. I want this all the way up here. Probably one more. Okay, director. Okay, that's good. And we'll do this. We're just waiting for a highlight. Here we go. De Silva's got the ball. Up. Worthing takes it away. But that's what I want him to do. I want him to run at the opposition. Okay, so obviously Worthing has the okay, looks like our guys are moving up the pitch. But I want to use the width of the pitch more. Guys are playing too central. Okay, there was a that's good. That's a short kick. Well, there you go, McGavin. What happened there? Where'd the ball go? Okay, we have the ball and we're attacking. Birthing attack now. Score! Dylan De Silva header from like outside the area. No, what was it? It was what? I gotta turn this down, I guess. It went too fast. It was not allowed or something? I thought he scored. Took us a while to get into the game. Oh, we did. No, we didn't score. Took us a while to get into the game. What's our XG? 0.15? No, 0.58. Okay, Lewis Collins. He was recently injured also. Okay, we're getting higher up the pitch than Worthing is on us. They've got 3 players. We've got 4 players that are getting up into their half. This guy, Ross Marshall, I don't know about him. He struggles to perform. It's the Hall. Jarvis. Yeah, Dylan De Silva took it from like the 18-yard box right here. Off target, off target. They're shooting from outside the box. I mean, that's good. We're controlling the midfield. Our guys are controlling the midfield. That's what I want. That's why I want those 3 guys in there. McGavin, Lapsley, and Hall. Let's go in the dressing room. What's our possession like? I didn't see it. Oh, maybe over here, right? Yeah, see, in some other games, I see this over here, like with notable events, and I don't see that. The tablet takes up the whole thing. So I don't know, maybe there's a way I can go into preferences and hello, the old-fashioned one. Um, Maybe there's some way I can go into preferences and I can change the tablet parameters. Oh, see, yeah, they are dominating possession. So what did he say to do to stop them dominating possession? We want to play more defensive or more cautious, I think he said. This mentality is best employed for matches in which you expect to lose the battle for possession but feel you can break with some regularity. It aims to keep men behind the ball when defending, but to provide quick support to attacking players when the ball is in the final third. So this is the one where they want us to change. He wanted me to change the tactic to like 6 or 7 defending. All right, now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can put him on defending. Usually playing out wide with no wing support, the wingback must fulfill all the attack and defensive duties of wingers and fullbacks. Complete wingback loves to attack, and while he's capable I guess I have to put him up here, defend. We'll see what happens. He said go to cautious, and that's because they've had 2/3 of the possession. Very motivated, very motivated. Okay. Oh, how's De Silva looking? Hey Shroom, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Playing Football Manager. Just I've had this game for a while. I had Football Manager 2018, which I got free on Epic Games back in 2019, maybe. I had got a free copy of 2020, free copy of 2020. I think 2023. I bought this on Steam and then got a free copy of this on Epic. And I've dabbled in it, but I really want to learn it. I love European football, and I really want to learn this game. So I'm just going to play it till I can't play it anymore. Well, he's having a good game. He's playing okay. He feels pretty good. They're motivated. I'm going to leave him out here. They said 75 minutes. So I don't think I need to make any changes right now. All these guys, he's motivated, but he said he was having a bad game. But they're good as far as physical goes. So let's see what happens when we go back out for the second half. We changed our thing to cautious. I give a shout. Encourage the entire team. Okay, yeah. Let's get the ball. Martin's a good left back. He can be a hothead, though. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Aaron Jarvis, man. He is good. He is good. Let's see. Where's his stats for this year? I'm just learning the game, so I don't know how to find all this stuff quickly. His current ability is 4 stars. He's really good. Where is it though? His games played. Okay. 1 appearance. This is his first goal of the season. He didn't score in the first game. But I guess last 20 matches, he's had 10 goals. So he's a scorer. He's a striker. So Martin drives the ball in, which I've told him I want him to do. I want him to run at the defense. And it's a great pass by Lapsley. Great assist. So we're up. And you can see right here the heat map. This is us. They're still struggling to get across. To a certain extent, they're struggling to get across the halfway line. We are not. We're getting an average. 4 of our players are averaging positions over the halfway line. So this is we dominated that area of possession. So let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 45 minutes and a half. So these are 5-minute blocks. So you can see here this first block of the second half. We scored 50 seconds into the second half. That was part of that first 5-minute block. But we just scored 50 seconds into the second half. So what the game does is the game runs and it just shows us key highlights. That's what I've told the game I want to see. You can set it for you can watch the full match. You can watch comprehensive highlights, extended highlights. I have it set to key highlights. Um, you can set the type of camera that you use. There's a lot of different options. But the time's running up here. So the game is running. And then you can see here. So let's look at our players. Silva's been injured. So he's fair. Jarvis is fair. The forwards, they're fair. McGavin, he's a central midfielder. Asa Hall is doing okay. Martin is fair. Marshall, who usually gets tired, like by halftime, 60 minutes, he's beat. And I have to sub him off. So they're all fair right now. So stats are we have 6 shots versus their 4 on target. Our XG is 0.94 and we've scored a goal, so that's very accurate. Off target, we've had 1 shot, they've had 4. We've had 1 clear-cut chance, which we just scored. They still have more possession than us. So that's why we switched to a cautious mentality. And then we changed the tactics to what was it? We changed the tactics to. It was cautious mentality. Oh yeah, we put more defenders in. We put more of the players on defensive duty. They said 6 to 7, and we have 6. But we still have these guys attacking. Go team. That's right. Go Torquay. Okay, we're going to 65 minutes. Dylan, he was injured recently, so I think I'm going to bring on. Let's see what we're going to do. These guys are both. They're both at poor. So if I bring on Stobbs, he can't play up there. He can't play up there. He can't play up there. Jarvis is fair. Stobbs can replace either one of them. Oh, what am I going to do? He is only. I thought I brought in a. Can Martin play up there? No. Can Krask? He could move up here. And then we could bring Tomlinson on. Krask is right now fair. Well, they said 75 minutes for De Silva, so let's see if we can get De Silva 75 minutes out of him. So Worthing is dominating right now. Wonder what the possession's like. Okay, I got to take him off now. Right now, the possession is, yeah, 2-1. So let's do our tactics. I think maybe I got to do some shouts to these guys. So probably Stobbs can come in left or right. Stobbs going to come over here. Krask is going to come up here. I know it's not your position. Ollie Tomlinson's going to come in over here. Our midfielders, Lapsley's doing fair. Asa Hall is poor. Martin is poor. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go dribble less. We're going to do some time wasting. We're going to lower the tempo. We're going to go standard in possession and transition. We're going to go slow down the pace, take long kicks. We're going to regroup and we're going to hold our shape. And then out of possession, bring our low block down. We're still going to try to funnel them outside. Because we only got 10 minutes left in the game. So let's do this and see what happens. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. All right, they got a corner. 80th minute. Let's go. Let's do a shout to focus. So you can see down here how they react to your touchline shout. Looks motivated. He is composed. He is pleased. They're all tired. They're all tired. Martin's tired. I think I can do 4. I didn't bring a striker. I didn't bring a backup striker. You only get 4. You only get 5, and one of them has to be a goalie. You only get 5 substitutes. So, how are you doing, Krask? You okay? He's pleased. He's playing okay. Yeah, hopefully these guys can get through the next Stobbs. Stobbs got fresh legs. Yeah. Finley Krask, all right, man. He's a right back. He's playing a right forward. And he scored a goal. Did it count? It didn't count. Was he offside? It must have been offside. I know my guys are tired. So let's see. Let's do a couple more changes. Zola, let's have you come in for Martin. And Austin Booth. Let's see. Marshall. Okay, Austin Booth, you're going to come in for Hall. Okay. I can't make any more. I thought I could make 5. Thought we scored there. That's it, full time. Nice. 2-0. Oh yeah, this is such a fun game, Shroom. I don't know if you follow. I don't know if you follow soccer at all now. It's a huge game, especially overseas. But this game basically is the gold standard for sports management games. It's just incredible. You're the manager of the team, so you buy, sell players, take players on loan. You control the training. I can show you on the sidebar here everything that you do. So we won our second game. The big problem is our team is this: we got no money, and we started with a 10-point deduction because the team went into administration, which means that the team almost went out of business and they went into administration to get I don't know all the details of it. So basically they almost went bankrupt. And so when that happens, the football association in England, this is where this team is, Torquay, England, they deduct points from the team. So it's kind of counterintuitive because you're like, well, wait a second. This team is struggling financially and you're going to take points away from them? Like, yep. It seems like they would give them like a handicap in golf, right? They'd give them a little bit of a handicap. Nope. So we had 8 shots. They had 12. We had 4 on target. They had 12 shots. They only had 1 on target. But their XG was better than ours. How can that be if they only had 1 on target? Our XG was we were 0.12 over our expected goals over what we scored, the 1 goal. But we had 2 that were called back, I think. I'm gonna have to slow down. I'm gonna have to slow down the game replay because I think I'm missing some things. Yeah, they had double the possession that we did. We had more corners. We completed 85% of our passes, won 86% of our tackles, did well on the headers. But you can see the second half, they just totally dominated the second half. So here is about where we were at the end of the first half as far as possession goes. So they didn't, even though they kind of dominated, they didn't increase the amount of possession that they had. We kept our shape pretty well. We averaged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players over the center line. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is this number 17? I think there's another screen where you can click on this heat map and it'll tell you which player it was. Not here though. So yeah, we had some really good ratings. They had 3 above 7. We had 6 above 7. You can see our midfield, Asa Hall, Tom Lapsley, and McGavin. McGavin didn't have a great game, but these three midfielders work together really well. So let's go in the dressing room. Here's the analytical data. You see the action zones here. They controlled the game in the midfield. A little bit more on either end. They did increase their XG towards the end of the game. I don't know if I click on that, if it'll like show me the shot or something. It doesn't. We've been shooting fairly well compared to expectation. We have had few chances, however, we are converting those chances at a good rate. We have a high number of clear-cut chances. However, our average shot quality is only okay, so we should keep an eye out, as we may have been fortunate with. Well, that's why I have them practicing finishing, putting the ball in the back of the net. That's part of their practice routine. Let's go back in the dressing room. So Daniel Martin understands he was taken off because he was tired. So that should not change his attitude. They do get additional funding. Now, so I'll show you our team right now. The owners have like $250,000 in the bank. It's like between 200 and 250. But they won't give us any money, and I need money to sign players. So I have to sell some players. I have to try to sell some players. Welcome to chat, everybody. Thanks for coming in. This is one of those games too where you could basically just do the matches, be on the touchline for all the matches, and have the rest of your staff do everything else. I'll show you that too. You can highly automate the game. It's kind of cool here because you give them a pregame, a halftime, and a postgame pep talk. And you can do no gesture, or you can do things like throw a water bottle, like get really mad. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was, Alex Ferguson, who coached Man United for a long time, Manchester United, or if it was Arsene Wenger, who coached Arsenal. But there was something about one of them threw a hairdryer in one of their like halftime talks. Threw a hairdryer. I probably just grabbed the first thing and threw it across the room. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Moneyball, but there's a scene in Moneyball where the general manager of the team goes into the players' locker area after a game after they lost. Very good scene. I'm very happy we got the result despite not being at our best, and that's what matters the most. I usually don't do gestures. Okay, they're very happy, positive, thrilled, delighted. So my assistant coach, I told them that based on the suggestion of my assistant coach, who is AI generated basically. I think he's AI generated. He might be a real person. Because in games that I've played of this before, I kind of pick out what I want to say by myself, and it always messes up. All the players are like looking around at each other like, why do you say that? There's all different kinds. You can see here, nervous on debut. I don't know if I should speak to him individually. I guess I can't. Maybe I can only speak to the starting 11 or something. Anyway, we're done in here. He gave a player under the age of 23 their league debut. Zola makes professional debut. Read more. It was a proud moment for Torquay and for Jules Zola as the 16-year-old Torquay-born left back made his debut for the club as an 89th minute substitute in Torquay's 1-0 Vanarama National League South victory over Worthing. Zola was given a great introduction by the team supporters, who are always anxious to see local-born youngsters push in the first-team ranks. The Torquay trainee has 23 months left on his contract at the club and has already been touted as a possible star of the future. And then you have social media over here. So this guy says, pretty happy with how that went. Really, this team in the 4-3-3 defensive midfielder wide formation is so good. Realistically, there was only one way that the match was going to go, onwards and upwards now. So the nice thing about this is that Worthing, the team we just beat, their preseason prediction was for them to finish second in the league. And we beat them. So even though they had 65% of the possession of the ball. See, we started at negative 10 points. Because we were in administration. And right now we have a +4 goal differential. That means we've scored 4 more goals than we've allowed. So hopefully we can start climbing up I think we were picked to wind up in 12th, even though we had that 10-point deduction. So this is kind of the main screen. This is your inbox. Over here, under where my camera is basically the continue button. You can click on that, or you can hit the space bar to continue forward. It just moves time forward. So right now we're at Sunday, 8 a.m. Is that 8 a.m.? 8 p.m. When was the game? Yeah, it was yesterday at 3 in the afternoon. So we actually forwarded already to the next day. So this will forward the game forward in time, or you can hit the space bar to do that also. And then you got the time up here, the date. These are some menu items up here. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but I play with my camera over here because it's kind of don't need this area over here. So this is your inbox. This is where you get your mail. That's pretty much the article that went. So our press officer released this to the media. And so this went out to the media. Vanarama South, Young captures the attention. So this is also our press officer. Here's a quick update on the latest round of action. Braintree beat Truro and are ahead of us in the table. Young captures the attention. Oh, Jordan Young. Player of the day. Okay. How many goals did you score? So when you see a photo like this, it's a real player. You can download player pictures. I don't know how many. There's like thousands of player pictures, and the packs that you can basically mod packs that you can get. Normally, this is the actual Torquay logo. And so when I first started the game, this logo wasn't here. There's logo packs that you can download. You can come over here. Now I want to go to the club info. So this is a team logo. This is Plainmore. This is the stadium that they play in. So there's different views of that. You can look at some details on the stadium. It's got a 6,200 capacity only. Built in 2001. Oh, really? Oh, it was built in 1910, rebuilt in 2001. When was I last there? Like 2001, 2002, somewhere in there? I was in Torquay. I didn't have any interest in soccer at that time, though. So this is the stadium. At about 25 years old already, the rebuild. And then these are the kits. These are the uniforms that they wear. Again, these are there's kit packs that you can download for pretty much every single team. Of course, this is my avatar right here. It's computer generated. You can actually try to create your face. I just like, well, I've kind of wear a little bit of a goatee and I got gray hair. That's, I don't care. You start out with a certain amount of reputation and ability. These are all you can see. These are real players, except for David Barnes right here. You can kind of tell that is a computer generated. It's called a new gen. So it's computer generated. He's not a real player. So a couple ways you can do this. When I tried playing the first time, my squad, I had one player on my under 18 squad, under 18 years old. I had one player. I had the same squad that I have now pretty much in the senior squad, but I only had one player in my. You can see all of these guys are next new gen, except for where is he? I think he might be. I think he might be on the senior squad now. Except for Callum Thomas. I think Callum Thomas was on the under 18s, and then everybody else was on the senior team. But I didn't have enough players. I didn't have enough players. So there is an option when you set up a game to fill up your team with new gen players if your team isn't full enough of players. If you don't have enough players to have like, so Torquay is supposed to have a full senior squad and a full under 18 squad. Obviously, I didn't because the first time I played it, I only had one player on the under 18. So when I did my next save, I clicked on the option to fill the team with new gen players. So what the game does is just the AI goes through, creates names, creates photos, uh, just does everything. It just creates players, gives them their abilities, their potential, all of their attributes, all of that stuff. So so this is kind of a home screen, kind of gives you, so this is our league right here. Shows what our league table is. Again, we're at the bottom. We're down here. Hope to be up here. So in this league, English football has a pyramid. English football has a pyramid. This is one of the lowest one of the lowest in the pyramid. This league is one of the lowest in the pyramid. And if you finish in first, the English football also has a system of relegation and promotion. If you finish first in this league, you get promoted up to the next higher level, which is the Vanarama, um, which is the Vanarama National League. Right now, we're in Vanarama National League South. There's also a Vanarama National League North. And so the two top teams, finishing teams in those two leagues, get promoted to the Vanarama National League. Above the Vanarama National League is League Two. Above League Two is League One. Above League One is the championship. Above the championship is the Premier League. That's the cream of the crop of English football. I'm just going to go over these real quick. This shows you your squad. You can look at different views. I actually downloaded these views. There's a really good Twitch streamer and YouTuber named Work the Space, and he created this. He actually created this. Him and a friend of his created this skin for this game. So the regular, and it's free. You can download it for free online. All of the packs that I was telling you about, those are all free. The stadium pack, the trophy pack. Let's see. So these are actually real pictures of these trophies: the Vanarama National League South, and the English Western League Premier Division. These are the real trophies for those competitions. So you got your squad. You can sort everything. You can sort by ability, sort by potential. You set up your team selection over here, your substitutes. This is your squad planner. You can look at your depth chart basically. That's why I need to get, you can see over here, Dean Moxey is my best left back. This is the left back over here, DL, defensive left. But he's also my best center back on the left. So he is backing up Daniel Martin. I need to get another left back to back up Daniel Martin. I've got a lot of depth in other areas, but I need a left back. I'm trying to get one, but you can see down here from the club finances, their transfer budget for me to try to get another player in is zero. They won't give me any money, even though they have $226,000 in the bank. I'm currently over payroll because I'm over payroll by $25 a week because I signed a goalkeeper who's 22 years old. My starting goalkeeper's 32 years old. This goalkeeper's 22 years old. He was not in contract. And right now he's a 2-star goalkeeper. He is Philip down here. This guy right here. He's 2 stars and potential 3 stars. He is 10 years younger. Yeah, this is the best one. This is my starting goalkeeper, 32. Philip is 22. He's 2 stars. Mark is 3 stars, but Philip, at maybe in a couple of years, he can be the same potential as Mark Halstead, who has pretty much reached his potential at the age of 32. Plus, this is my backup goalkeeper. He's 26. His current ability is 2.5 stars. He's reached his maxed out pretty much his ability, 2.5 stars. So at $500 a week that I'm paying Philip, I think it's going to be a good investment because he's eventually will develop into a 3-star goalkeeper. Hopefully by the time he's like 25. So this is your squad planner. You can look at the ability levels of the players in those positions. This is your dynamics. You can see here that you have to worry about team cohesion, the club atmosphere. Here you can see the players are really happy because we are 4-1 in our last 5 games. And then this is the leadership support that the coach has. And you can see up here, there's all kinds of tabs. It shows you the pyramid. It's just very deep game, very deep. This is your tactics screen where you tell the players, you set your tactics up here. We're playing a custom wing play as our normal play, and we're playing a 4-3-3 defensive midfielder wide. And then we're also, that's what we're training. And you can see the familiarity with the players over here, their tactical familiarity with this tactic. And then we're also training a positive 4-3-3 defensive midfielder wide gegenpress, it's called. Basically, the gegenpress is a ball control tactic. And then we have this fluid counterattack as this tertiary tactic. You can see here, I think we put him in support, right? We can do a quick pick over here. We can come down here and pick the best 11. They want to put Stobbs in there. I like Dylan De Silva. I think he's faster than Stobbs. One of the reasons, yeah, acceleration, agility, balance, 14. Up here you can see 14, 11, 8. Stobbs is a 12, 12, 9. Now, Stobbs is a good backup, in my opinion, because look at all the different positions he can play. He can play midfielder left, he's accomplished. Attacking midfielder left, he's accomplished. Midfielder right, he's a natural at that position. Attacking midfielder right, he's a natural. He is competent in the center of the pitch. So I like him as a backup because my other player in that position, you can see, he's best at the right and the left. Here he's competent, but Stobbs is much more competent in those positions. Now, here's the question. I was getting these guys in. Here we go. So box to box midfielder. He is a central midfielder. Let's see. Deep line playmaker. I think I want to play you as attack. Because he is a 3 in attack. But then that takes him out of the yeah, that's what I want. I gotta do a screenshot of that. Because these green lines here means that these guys have an affinity. They've played together so much that they basically control the midfield. They can control the midfield against probably pretty much any team in the in their division in the league. Here's your data hub. We get access to this after 3 matches. This is your staff. So the board will tell you what staff you can hire. You can go in and do place advertisements. We can't place an advertisement now because we already have all these positions filled. Let's see if there's any. We can't place an advert over here. You can see here we have one technical director that the board has never authorized. That's how the game started, so I'm not going to fire him. We have one recruitment analyst. The board has not authorized any. We have one loan manager. The board has not authorized any. We don't have any doctors because the board hasn't authorized any. So every coach has strengths and weaknesses. Assistant coach, their primary, as an assistant coach, their primary attributes need to be people management, judging player ability, and judging player potential. And every coaching position has different. You see, for goalkeeping coach, there is a fitness coach. I got the fitness coach. Okay. Fitness coach. Your best attributes are fitness, determination, discipline, level of discipline, motivating. So some of these guys are not that good because it is. It is so good. This game is so good. I The reason I have these coaches that don't have great attributes is because I tried to hire coaches with better attributes, and they said, I'm not going I'm not going to work for your team because your team is too low in the English football pyramid. I want to get hired by a team that has more prestige, more what's the word? Prestige. What's a good word for it? You can see though, my coaches are, as far as comparison in the Vanarama National League South, my tactical coaching is second. I'm fourth in mental. So your coaches have analysis, mental attributes, knowledge attributes. So that's your coaching. This is your training. I have my assistant coach basically does all the training, but this is your training schedule. This is our training schedule for August, September. The game generates this when you start up the game. It'll generate your assistant manager will generate a training schedule. I have made some modifications though based on streamer suggestions. One is like right now it is Sunday, August 12th. They recommend the game will after every game the game will put in a recovery session. There's 3 sessions a day. Some are rest, some are travel. But they will put in a recovery phase. And what recovery does, it shows you what the impacts are of having a recovery session. Injury risk is greatly reduced, fatigue is reduced, condition is slightly increased, happiness is slightly increased, and sharpness is slightly reduced. So I go in and change some of these. So after every game, I put a match review in. The game puts match reviews in after some of the games, but not after all of the games. The reason I put in a match review is because there's no downside. Basically, it's only upside. Your tactical familiarity increases, the mentality, passing style. You work on all these as a team as you review the tape, I guess, the video of the game, and your team cohesion is increased, which is incredibly important because of your dynamic up here. You know, you want you want your players to be cohesive because the more cohesive they are, the better they play. The happier they are, the better they play. The more leadership support they have, the better they play. And then the other thing that I put in calendar, the other thing I've been putting is bonding. Like every 2 weeks, we have a bonding session, and that's where they go out, go bowling, go shoot some pool as a team, stuff like that. This does slightly reduce their condition, but it greatly increases their happiness. It increases the team cohesion. It helps with the attributes teamwork, and it slightly reduces fatigue. It only has one downside. It slightly reduces their condition. There's another one that I've been adding in here once in a while, and that is what I like to do is put in attacking patient because that works on finishing. And finishing is like the most important thing. Finishing is putting the ball in the back of the net. That's finishing. Um, and so it's the number one thing they work on during this attacking patient. Um, it gets 60% of the priority of the training. And so I insert one of those like once every couple of weeks. Now they do have attacking wings, but this is for your wing play. So the primary group in this is your wings, which are on the side of the field, left and right, and they do work on finishing there also. So that's your schedule. You get 3 sessions a day. You only get one match review a week. Um, you've got your game scheduled. You can also, in the preseason, you can set up friendlies. Here is your medical center. It shows players' susceptibility to injuries. If anybody is injured, it kind of tells you what the routine is to get them back on their feet to 100%. Here is your game schedule for the year. Here is the competitions that we're in. We're in the Vanarama National League South. The English FA Cup, those competitions will begin on September 16th. We're also in the English Football Association. That's what FA stands for. Trophy competition that starts in November. So those will be additional games on top of the 46 games that we play. I think they play 46 games a year. On top of the 46 games that we play this year. This is your recruitment scouting area where you can scout players. You can offer them contracts if they're free agents. Now, European football has a mechanic, not in the game. I mean, it is in the game, but it's not just in the game. It's actually a football, UEFA. And I think this works out for most. I'm not sure if it's in MLS. In order, if a player has a contract with a team and you want that player, there will be a buyout clause where you buy out the contract. So you might have to pay really good player. I mean, recent buyouts have been like in the 80 to $130 million range for the best players in the world. So your team has to pay the other team for the right to negotiate a contract with that player. So again, like I said, it could be $10 million, 20, 50, 80, 130 just to negotiate a contract with that player. You have to buy out their contract with that other team. And then you can negotiate a contract with that player. And like on my team, my favorite team, Chelsea in the Premier League, one of their players, Raheem Sterling, the contract that they negotiated with him was $350,000 a week. It's how much he makes for 38 games. So that's like what, 10, $11 million a year, something like that. So once you get the player, you basically get the buyout clause from the team, then you've got to negotiate with the player. And then down here, you've got your transfers. We're trying to get like I said, we're trying to get players in. Scouting Center will give you recommendations. Unfortunately, even though I told them we need a left back, um, they've been sending me like center backs and forwards and stuff like that. And I told them I need a center back, or I need a left back right here. Defender, left, wing back. That's what I need. It's still active. They're still looking, but they haven't found, no players found yet. They keep sending me recommendations for other players. So that's transfers. And then down here, you have club info. This is Torquay United. You have the club vision. So basically, the club will tell you, you want to be our head coach this year? This is what you got to do. You have to work within the payroll budget. That is required. You have to grow the club's reputation. That's preferred. You have a maximum 1-year contracts for players over the age of 33. That is preferred. You have to finish in mid-table in the Vanarama South. That is required. You have to reach the FA Cup proper, because there are like preliminary stages of the FA Cup, and then there's the proper FA Cup when that reaches a certain stage. That is required. Be competitive in the FA Trophy is preferred. So these required ones, if you don't meet one of those requirements, chances are you're going to get fired. You're going to get fired from the club. The preferred ones, not so much, but the required ones, required means required. This is non-negotiable. This is what the board wants, and it's non-negotiable. What's my performance so far? The board are pleased with your management of the team. They're pleased with the positive atmosphere in the locker room. They're pleased with the emphatic 3-0 Vanarama National League South win against Dover. They're pleased with your level of support in the squad. They're pleased with this win, and they're pleased with the 1-0 Vanarama National League South win versus Worthing. I think my phone's probably charged. I can take it off there so I can get a better look at it. What time is it? 11:50. Okay. Then down here we have the finances. This season we made $166,000 for them. We've only have a profit loss, and I'm only losing like $25 a week on payroll. Now you can do a budget adjustment. You can move your payroll over into making. So payroll is how much you pay your players every week. I have it set up per week. Transfer is the money that I was telling you that you need to pay for players that have contracts with other teams to try to negotiate to get them to your team. You can move this. Oh, I can't move it now because I'm actually over budget. If I wasn't, I could move some money from my payroll over into the transfer budget. Now you can see here 100% of transfer revenue is made available until $5 million in revenue has been generated. Thereafter, this will drop to 60%. So that means that if I can sell players to other teams and get that transfer money for my team, I can use 100% of that money to buy players from other teams. So I can sell players and buy players. But I'm trying to sell players, and going in with this save, the club just signed a bunch of players to new contracts. And so when I go to sell them, the player's like, yeah, I don't want to leave because I just signed a new contract. Why would I want to leave? I'm like, well, you want to leave because I want you to leave. I need the money to buy a left back. And then down here is the development area. These are our players that are developing, the young players. So, yeah, these are all young guys that are on the under 18 team. And they're developing, which is really good. So that's kind of an overview of the game. A lot going on. So Welling's in first place. We are still in last place. Oh, this is Oh yeah, this is us down here. 24 teams, so yeah, there's 40, 24. You play each team twice. 23, so 46 games. So in this, you play each team twice, once at home and once away at their stadium. And since you don't play yourself to get how many games there are in a season, there's 23 teams times two. You play them twice. That's 46. So key matches this week. They actually highlighted this before the weekend, before the weekend started, the season opened. This was going to be an important match. The best viewing was to be found at Hewish Park, where a crowd of 3,511 witnessed Yeovil's convincing 3-0 victory over St. Albans, where Jordan Young scored a powerful free kick from 27 yards, which blasted against the inside of the post before hitting the back of the net. The highlight of that match was Jordan Young scoring his first ever goal for Yeovil. Elsewhere, Cameron James scored a well-struck effort into the top corner from 21 yards during Chelmsford's 2-1 victory over Hampton and Richmond, and 594 watts Slow's 1-0 victory over Dover. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and advance. And I think the reason that this stops here is because this is the where it stopped last time it took me into the social feed, and so it's starting up with the newest in social feed, and you just have to scroll up. Hudson Odoi, what happened there? Meaningful one for Halmadoy's former club. They won 2-0. Current head coach Mauricio Pochettino joined Chelsea in July 2023 and has been in charge for 6 weeks. Mauricio Pochettino is now the head coach of the U.S. men's national team, who lost 4-0 the other day to they lost 4-0 to dig deep. Switzerland. So Switzerland's ranked 20th. FIFA ranking is 20th. US's ranking is 16th. I wonder if that's changed. I was kind of curious about that, how it was going to change. Zola becomes the youngest ever Vanarama South player. Jules Zola's appearance at the age of 16 years and 61 days for Torquay at home against Worthing is a new Vanarama South record. The previous Vanarama South youngest player was John Lynn Lawrence, who appeared at the age of 16 years and 194 days for Havant and Waterlooville against Weston-super-Mare on Saturday, August 5th, 2023. Oh, cool. Post-match analysis. So, recent match analysis. Our goal scored location is the penalty area center. Opposition long-range shots. We're forcing the opposition to making long-range shots. Goals from long-range shots. We've got 2 of them. Final third entries have been central. We're trying to force them to the outside. Opposition final third entries, we're trying to force them to the outside with one of our tactics, and weak influence. Only 2 of our 63 attacks that led to attempts on goal have involved Kevin Dawson. Yeah, I know, because I'm trying to sell Kevin Dawson so I can get some money to get a left back. So almost half of occasions that we've allowed the opposition at the attacking third of the pitch have come from central positions. We've defended attacks from the left very well with just 78 of our 355 entries into our defensive third of the pitch coming from there. Finley Trask won back possession more than any other player. Is that in this single game? That's a lot. Oh, last 5 matches. Okay. 4 goals from 81 touches in our penalty area. So, actually, we have a tactic. So we have a tactic that we're trying to implement, and it is when we're out of possession, we're trying to do trap outside. Trap outside asks the team to set a pressing trap designed to funnel the ball into wide areas. So that way they can't just come rampaging through the center of the field. We're trying to funnel them out to the side. I took that off at the end of last game because we were slowing everything down. So what he was talking about over here too was post match report was I don't want to go that way. I want to go back. So one of the things was talking about the attacking third. So basically, the football pitch is divided up into thirds tactically. So this would be this. If you're defending this goal down here, this would be your defensive third, roughly. This would be the midfield third, and then this would be the attacking third up here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep teams from coming down through the center of the pitch. We're trying to funnel them out to the side. We want to try to go through the center. We want to go anywhere we want, basically. We want to be able to go anywhere and get chances. Yeah, we won the match, but we only won 1-0, so. Players shown on the pitch enjoyed some success at linking up with a total of 313 passes. Torquay pass combinations were generally completed in the middle of the pitch. Brett McGavin was a sight to behold in the passing department, making a total of 94 pass combinations. So this was Brett McGavin, and these were his passing combinations with pretty much everybody on the pitch. Marshall was the heart of everything good on the right side of the midfield third, but they're out there linking up with 7 other players. So that is Ross Marshall. So he actually passed the ball, I guess, to this player. And oh, no, this was him. This is Asa Hall. No, this is Ross Marshall. So he made passes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, yeah, those are just some, what are they called? Analysis. So we have another match coming up right away. Worthing. So we have a match in 3 days. Then after that, we have a match in 4 days. That's kind of how it goes in this league. Then there's a week, and then 2 days, and then 4 days, It's it can be brutal. The scheduling can be brutal, especially these teams further down the pyramid. 'Cause you got, you know, typically you got a lot of older players in the teams. So, oh, sorry about that. Let's see. We're going with we want to go with what was I going to look at? Oh yeah, Chippingham. I was going to look at the outline the match preparation for the upcoming game against Chippingham Town after consulting with the analysis team. Feel free to change the focuses if you wish before the session happens. If our forwards have the pace to cause Chippingham's defensive line real problems, we should focus on our transition play. Okay, so we're going to go back to our tactics. In I want to change to more to balanced. In possession, we're going to do more up tempo. We are going to run at the defense, slightly higher tempo, slightly more direct passing. We are going to pass into space. I'm going to widen the field a little bit. We're going to play out of defense, but we're going to play down the wings. We're going to work the ball into the box. We are going to take short kicks. We're going to counter press and counter. We're going to distribute quickly. And then we want to do the outside trap, but we want to move our mid block up to a high press. And we want our guys set up so that they work together. Okay, I think we want to play him as an inside forward. His best foot is his right foot, so that he would work best with that. His best foot is his right foot. He could probably play as an inside forward. We'll play him support. And we'll let this Silva be the this shows you analysis of your potential defensive weaknesses, shows you your strengths, and where you might be a little bit susceptible defensively. And then I have a set piece coach, so the set piece coach handles all this stuff. And what's today? This 13th. This game is going to be on the 15th. Okay. So what's the news on transfer status? Oh, I can't get rid of him. Nobody wants him. Trying to move out Kevin Dawson because you look over here. He is one of our highest paid players. but he is basically surplus to our midfield. He is our fifth best midfielder. And we have Ryan Hansen right behind him, who has the same skill level as he does. But Ryan Hansen, who's only 22 years old, has 4-star potential, whereas Kevin Dawson, who's 33 years old, is still working to get up to 3-star potential. He's a fringe player, but nobody wants him. And what I've done actually is I've actually offered him to clubs for nothing. Just said, hey, you want him? Take him. But not even then can I get an offer on him. I don't have any real interest in moving to another club. It's I've only recently signed for Torquay. I know, but oh well. What time is it? 10:12. 12:10. Maybe I'll do that game against Chippingham. And then who's the other guy that we were looking at? Oh, this striker right here. He's kind of superfluous also. We offered him for 4. Let's offer him for 3. Oh, listed for loan. Oh, he still is listed for loan, right? Just pay his salary. That's all I want. If I can get that money, I can get in a left back. So just pay his salary. Okay. Oh, let's see. Training schedule for the coming weeks. Team selection advice. He's very familiar with the team's tactical approach. A committed player who gives his all to the cause. Has performed okay in training lately. Ability commands a place in the team. Really? He's a 1-star. And you want to play him at right back? I've got a better right back. Krask is 3 stars current ability. So yeah, where's chipping him in the right now? Chippenham is they are they're predicted to be 21st. What's their current they're 1-1. 3 points, they're in 15th. We're supposed to we're predicted to finish around actually they're 12th. We're predicted to finish around this area. So who have they beat so far? Avily and Havant. Okay, Avali and Havant. I thought Avali. There's Havant. They have 2 wins out of 2. Havant. I don't see Havant in here. Oh, Avali. There's Havant. There's Avali. They're in 10th. So what they probably lost against I don't know how to read this. This says they played Hamden and Richmond. I guess I looked at the wrong screen. Huh? Yeah, what about how come this is different? That last screen I clicked on. Anyways, they beat Avali, who was below them or around them. They lost to Havant. They lost to Havant. They beat Avali. Okay, well, I still want to play my team. I want to play my best 11, basically. Okay. But I do need to set up my. I don't want him in the side. He can only play one position, 3 positions. But he can't be a striker. I should have a striker in the side. So David Barnes, but I want Stobbs in here instead of Jenkins. Okay, Lovett is losing sharpness. His morale is quite good. He is lacking sharpness. His morale is quite good. Brad Ash can play up there, but he can also play other positions. So let's bring Brad Ash in instead of David Barnes. Austin Booth can play in the back. He can play in the back. But Martin, he needs Jules Zola in there. He doesn't play. He's competent on the left. Brad Ash. I guess Brad Ash can play up front. So I don't need both of these guys in here. He's my only guy, though. But I might need my left back replacement for Martin. How's Martin doing? Very sharp. So do I not have Jack Stobbs in there? Jack Stobbs can play. Brad Ash can play on the right side. Collins could switch over to the left side if I. No, he can't. But De Silva could switch over to the right side. Dawson can play any midfield position. He could play over there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take put Dawson in for Staub, and then can Marshall play on the right? Not really. Moxie can play on the right. Nope, he can play on the left. He can play in the center or the right. He can play on the left. Gosh. I really need to find a wing back that can play in any of these positions here. He's Marshall's very limited in what he can do. Who did they want to bring in for Marshall? Austin Booth. Maybe if I start Austin Booth, he can play up through the middle also. Marshall cannot. How about if I put Austin Booth in there? And then who would play for him if he gets hurt? Tomlinson. Dawson. So then we could bring Jules Zola up here. If Martin gets tired. I think that's going to do it. We're favorites for the Chippenham Clash. Recently relegated Torquay have been touted as comfortable favorites, but will have to be wary about complacency when taking in minnows, Chippenham, according to Planet Football. Gimbel has his work cut out in the Vanamara South, with Torquay handed a 10-point deduction. Staff meeting. You should hire this player. You should give this guy a professional contract. Give me some money and I will. Decent backing from the squad right now as they all feel they can get along with you. Kenny Griffiths should go on a Continental B course to improve the quality of his coaching. It reduces staff availability for coaching. He's a goalkeeping coach. No, you're good right now. Okay. Can I get some more money, Gary? No? Okay. You should hire this guy. Give me some money. He's a center back. You play on the left? Nope, he only plays in the center. He's not flexible enough. He needs to be able to play more roles. Recruitment focus. We're consulting our own staff for initial recommendations. Any progress? None. Results? 0-0 draw. Who's this, Avley? In East Bournemouth? Or Eastbourne Borough. Okay. Go to bed after this. Vanarama South Preview. Tunbridge and Dover provide top billing. What about us? What about me and Chippenham? Torquay player named in Vanarama National League South Team of the Week. Jarvis. He had the game-winning goal. Torquay injury update. Oh, great. Here we go. The day before, right? Or the day of? Oh, come on. The day of the match. Right? Today's the 15th. It's the 15th. The day of the match, I get notified that they're injured. Fitness does not require to remain some way short of full fitness and should be monitored accordingly. Same with Dylan De Silva. High susceptibility to injury, below average. Yeah, I got to monitor him. I know that. Injury risk update. Brad Ash is high injury rich because he's got low match sharpness. Let's see. Recommended to be limited to maximum of 75 minutes. Again. This is the game is called Football Manager. This is FM24 from year 2024. They did not release one in 2025 this year. They usually release it like in the fall before the year that it's named after. But they've been releasing this game every year for the last like 10 or 15 years, a new version with new player stats, new players, coming and going. But one of the things that you'll hear streamers talking about is, or players that play it is, I just got FM'd. You get FM'd, that means that, the game just basically did you a wrong. The game wronged you. Our tactical meeting. Okay, so this is a meeting that we have before every game with the assistant coach. And the assistant coach wants to point out everything he wants to do to change the team. I'm like, no, this is my team. Play for set pieces. Do it. I would recommend that you look to increase our support duties to somewhere in the range of 4 to 5, as this is the most sensible approach when using balanced mentality. I'll sort it. Okay, we have 1, 2. I don't want automatic. Put them on support. One, 2, 3, 4. How about if we put him on support? Okay, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's go back to team selection. Submit the team. Austin Booth is lacking match sharpness, may struggle to see the match out. Who do I have to come in for him? Ollie Tomlinson. Losing sharpness. Yeah, but he's at his peak of condition. Brett McGavin's not going to make it all the way through. Lewis Collins not going to make it all the way through. Dylan De Silva's not going to make it all the way through. I think Kevin Dawson can play up front also in attacking positions. He's not very good, but it's just crazy. Yeah, I know. Let's play. Lewis Collins is roused. Feel confident after the team's tactical shape. Feels confident and has strong understanding of the formation. Feels the team instructions are a good match for the standard of stamina. What did they say we needed to do? Oh, we already changed it. Feels the team instructions are a good match for the standard of passing. Feels instructions dribble more. Certain traits are well matched. He's excited. I think I need to do that. Dressing room. Basically, what they tell you is to take your assistant coach's advice. I think I mentioned that before. It didn't really do anything for the team. They're all composed, which is better than being apprehensive. Here we go. I was going to look to see if there's a way to modify this up here, and I didn't. Let's skip this. Okay, we're moving the ball up the right side. Collins shoots with an XG of 0.03. Jarvis scores another header. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I want to slow this down. I want to slow this down too because I think some things are just like flying past me that I'm not seeing. The cross comes in. Boom. It's up 1-0 with what, 15 minutes into the game? Here's a throw in. Another opportunity to head the ball. It goes off for a goal kick. De Silva puts that over the bar. We're almost at halftime. How are our guys doing? Hanging in there. Oh, Brett McGavin just went down to poor. Okay, coming up on halftime, extra minute. We got the ball back. Maybe a highlight for us, another goal before halftime. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Come on, Krask. Oh, over the... Who was that? Jarvis put it over. That's halftime. See, I don't know how to get this like throughout the whole game. I want this to be throughout the whole game so I can keep an eye on it more closely. Where is the analytical data, the heat maps? Oh, we are way up the pitch. Look at that. Our average positions are, we're like renting rooms in their half of the field. They're struggling to get the ball up. What is the what's the possession? 47 to 53. But it seems like they're getting a lot of possession. They have a lot of possession in their half of the field. We have a lot of possession in their half of the field also. We've had 5 corners. 2 shots, 7 shots, 2 shots on target, 1 goal. Not bad. Let's see. Finley is fair. I mean, they were saying Austin Booth is going to struggle for match fitness. He's excellent. Like he didn't even, I guess he didn't have anything to do. These might be because McGavin went down to poor, but these might be like halftime. They go in 15 minutes at halftime. They kind of, eat a little bit of food. They get some energy drink or something, and then they come back out with a little bit more energy than when they went in there. All right, let's see. I think we're doing well, but we can definitely find another gear to take charge of this match. They're all staying composed. That's better than not composed. We are balanced. In possession. Play for set pieces. Work the ball into the box. We still want to counter press and counter. Distribute quickly. And then we might as well keep our high press up. We still want to trap outside. I don't know how the trap outside, how it worked out. Have to look at that again. Okay, so it's hard to see because this heat map, it doesn't show you where if they've been funneled in on the attack. I don't think I need these on. Okay, we got to throw in Martin to De Silva. Martin crosses it over to Collins. Krask gets the ball back into Collins. Lapsley gets the ball over to Gavin. Back to Booth. Moxie gets it. Oh, he loses the ball. He recovers the ball. Go back to the goalkeeper. Back up to Booth. Long ball into the corner for De Silva. Cross it. There it is. There it is. There it is. Brett McGavin. Nice job. Up 2-0. I've got to do a shout. I can't do a shout during the replay. Krask. I can't look at any of this during the replay. Silva works the ball inside, into the box. McGavin's got room. Thank you very much. I do need my glasses on. Okay, Krask is beat. He is poor. We're only 60 minutes in. Asa Hall is poor. McGavin is poor. This is the way it's going to be. This is the way it's going to be. I only get 3 substitutes. I think we're going to slow the tempo down. We're up 2-0. slightly more direct. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go now to regroup. We can still try to counter, but we're going to regroup after we lose possession. We can bring this back a little bit. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Martin is doing good. He might be able to finish out the match next 30 minutes. Okay. Asa Hall is tired. McGavin's tired. Collins is tired. Lapsley is so good. So these are the reactions to that when I just gave them a shouted onto the field. You can see here that he didn't react. Dylan De Silva appeared uninterested. I'd like to get 75 minutes out of Dylan De Silva. I know he's tired. Tom Lapsley is hanging on every word. Appeared interested. I'm going to see if these... Let's see how far I can get these guys. Yeah, did I make any changes? No, I did make changes. I want to confirm changes. Okay. There it is, number 3, Aaron Jarvis. Okay, so now we are going to go to and change tactics again. Now intensity is higher in the gegenpress. Actually, the intensity is lowest. So we're going to stay with what we're in right now, but we're going to, in possession, we're going to start doing some time wasting. We're going to lower the tempo. We're going to do standard. We're not going to run at the yeah, we'll do dribble less. We're going to regroup. And we're going to hold our shape. Mid block is fine. Trap outside is fine. Trigger press. Do standard on that. Oh, we play at a very high tempo. That's why these guys get so tired. We're going to go confirm changes. There's Krask with the ball. Ball gives it back to him. He just crosses it in real quick. And there's Jarvis with a great header. A great header. Now I should be getting notifications like guys are tired, we need to take them off. Oh wait, Collins is injured. Well, let's get Collins off. Potential knee injury. You know why they're getting injured? Because they're tired. Okay, so who's coming on for Collins? Brad Ash. Brad Ash is coming on for Collins. Who's tired in the midfield? He's poor. McGavin needs to come off, so Dawson needs to go into the midfield. Hall is tired. He's complacent. They're all complacent now. Like, come on, guys. This is how the season's gonna go. This is how the season's gonna go. Martin is still doing well. He's still fair. Finley Krask. We're gonna bring in Tomlinson for Krask. I mean, look at Booth. They were warning me about Booth. They were warning me. He's, he's just coming off of a fitness thing and he was injured. He's like got the most, he's got the most con- condition except for the goalkeeper. He's got the best conditioning on the field. Okay, that's my I'm not going to take Martin off yet. Collins is injured. Took him off. Yeah, that's it. Confirmed subs. You guys are going to have to go for the next 20 minutes. You know what? I think I need to. He's not happy because he's not in. He's complacent because he's a center back. Even though he can play Tomlinson, even though he can play as a right back, accomplished, he wants to play in the center. So I think I need to switch Booth over. Can Moxie play over there? He cannot. What if I put Booth right now is he's composed. What if I put him over there? No, he's not that good over there. Well, Tomlinson, I don't care if you're not playing in center. You are accomplished at that position, so deal with it. You see, my players would be drifting back a little bit because I told them to change the block. Oh, we want to go defensive. This mentality is best played for matches where you favorites to lose and in which you expect your opponent to put you under extended pressure. Aims to keep men behind the ball, to restrict space in your half, to slow things down and frustrate the opposition. It relies on direct balls to the forwards, followed by sharp and quick passing to score goals on the counter. Do some time wasting now. Take long kicks now. Okay, let's do that. Can I make another substitute? Daniel Martin. I think the only one I have is if I could bring on Zola for Martin. I don't know if it'll let me. Nope. You can only get 3. I thought you got 5. Maybe that's. I know in the Premier League you get 5 substitutes a game. Did I save the tactic? I confirm the changes. Yeah, I did. Okay. Shouldn't be a lot of time left. It's all over. We won our 3rd game of the season. Two goals from Jarvis, 1 from McGavin. My guys are going to be dead tired though, because got another game in like 4 days. They don't have time to rest. So hopefully Lewis Collins isn't injured too bad. So yeah, we had wingbacks going up. Looks like maybe Collins and Krask are developing a relationship there. Possibly. What do the what do the stats look like? 2 goals for Jarvis. Probably player of the match. I had 2, 4, 6, 8 players, and they had none above 7. Let's go. Nice work, everyone. That was good. Appeared very happy, delighted, complacent because he's not playing. Maybe I'll play you next game, Reese, depending on who we're playing. I'm going to give some praise to Austin Booth. I'm very happy with your performance. Not Austin Booth. No, not you. Jarvis. He is a balanced personality. Dominant performance. He appeared positively thrilled. Okay, let's go. 3-0. Vanarama saw Torquay turn dominance into victory against Chippingham. Chippingham enjoyed a considerable size advantage, weighing on average 11 pounds more per player, but were unable to overcome their lighter opponents, perhaps proving that on a fine summer's evening playing more at least, brains are more important than brawn. 2 goals from Aaron Jarvis helped Torquay to victory. Pressing forward, Aaron Jarvis gave Torquay the lead with a fine header from point-blank range in the 17th minute. Advanced playmaker Brent McGavin doubled Torquay's lead with a low drive in the 57th minute. Jarvis completed the route on 60 minutes with a good header from just inside the 6-yard box. Current head coach Biff Gimble joined Torquay United in July 2023. He's been in charge for 6 weeks. 12-3 in shots, 1.53 to 0.13 in XG. And even though we didn't have the majority of the possession, Austin Booth made his debut in Torquay convincing. This maybe I should have welcomed him and said, did a good job on your debut. I should have said something to him in the locker room. Congratulations on your debut. I already read that article. I mean, they're all dead tired. That's all I know. All I know is that these guys are super tired. What can my medical staff tell me about Lewis? 3 to 8 days. Okay. Not terrible. He'll miss the next game. So who's going to come in for him? Stobbs or Ash? I still think I want Ash to be a substitute. How's De Silva? Probably Ash. And then we're going to remove him from the position. I don't know if these guys are. Who's my next match against? It's against St. Albans. Where is St. Albans have not won a game yet. We are currently minus 1 point. We've won 3 games. I think what I need to do is maybe we need to look at for the next game. We need to look at bringing guys from our like this player was suggested to me to play on the right. But he can only play on the right. That's the thing. He can only play on the right. Talmadson can play on the right or in the middle. defense. So I'm just going to go through the mail real quick. Oregon looking to move on. Lewis Collins injured. He's going to be injured for 3 to 8 days. Booth makes Torquay United, but they didn't give me an opportunity here to pat him on the back. Jarvis stellar as Torquay score an easy victory. Praise his performance. He's balanced, right? He's balanced personality. I'm going to praise your performance again. Yeah, so put your arm around him. Encourage. Displayed positive body language throughout the conversation. Apparent positive seemed to have been reflected in him retaining his perfect morale. Own player, balanced, holds no real opinion of you. That sort of praise really helps me a lot. Cheers. I'll see you later. Nice. Downs pleased with Jarvis's performance. Of course you are. Player of the Week news. Danny Cashman. 22-year-old forward. Okay, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go to bed. Hey, Pop. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming into the stream. It is time for me to go to bed, though. So I'm going to do it. Close out. Now, see, I was going to look in preferences and see if there's a way to modify the let's see, search all preferences, tablet. No. If there's a way to go out. Because I want to look at that because if I wait till tomorrow, FM 24, why isn't my I can try doing that, okay. Resetting the game's cache and skin. You can usually do this from the game's preferences or interface settings. Okay, I'll try that tomorrow. I'll try that tomorrow. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm heading out. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, VOD watchers. One of my VODs, the day that I got to 50 followers, that VOD currently has 115 views. It was a couple days ago. So thank you all the VOD watchers. I hope you come back. I hope you enjoy the stream. I am Biff Gimbal, and I got to go to bed. I do like to leave everyone with the thought that wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.